Hi everyone, we are here today celebrating the victory of the amendments made to the Chicago Welcoming City Ordinance. This was done through the work of the Chicago Immigration Group, Access Living, AFIRE Chicago, Arab American Action Network, Asian Americans Advancing Justice Chicago, Young Legal Aid, Brighton Park Neighborhood Council, Centro, Trabajadores, Unidos, Chicago Community and Workers' Rights, Chicago Jobs with Justice, Chicago Religious Leadership Network on Latin America, Enlace Chicago, Grassroots Collaborative, HANA Center, the Illinois Coalition for Immigrant Refugee Rights, Jewish Council on Urban Affairs, Latino Union of Chicago, National Immigrant Justice Center, and Organized Communities Against Deportations.
We finally passed the Welcoming City Ordinance through all the incredible work that was done in the Chicago Immigration Working Group. It took the relentless organizing and resilience of community members, of the people who are directly impacted by this, by organizers, by community leaders, by the support of elected officials and our champions in the city council to really work with us over the years to make sure that this was passed.
I think that this victory, 7 years later, is due partially to Asian Americans openly condemning police brutality and committing to a true sanctuary for all Black, Indigenous people of color, grounding our coalition in shared values. But it's also due to consistent, sustained work by the larger coalition.
We went to countless briefings, rallies, meetings with our aldermen, and with two major administrations to strengthen immigrant protections in the city. During all those years, we discussed with our communities and with the mayor in the face of federal lawsuits and in the middle of immigrant raids what was possible to do under those conditions.
With this win, we were able to broaden the protections so that Chicago police are fully restricted from contributing and or assisting in the deportation of any Chicago resident without exceptions. We also were able to disengage CPD and other agencies from federal immigration enforcement, able to ensure that Chicago police provide immigrant survivors of domestic violence and certain other crimes with documents they need to seek federal protections.
Para nosotros fue muy importante el haber ganado la introducción de la ordenanza de Ciudad Santuario, porque esto ayuda a que las personas sean tratadas con justicia y no por su estatus migratorio sea tratada como personas desechables. También nos ayuda a evitar que la policía colabore con ICE y que cualquier rozo que cualquier persona tenga con la policía no sea utilizada para una deportación.
I think we came to the understanding that safety means community. All of us in our communities, that the actions that we might have done does not define us. Our mistakes don't define us. Our history with incarceration does not define us. Our ability to live freely in our community is what defines us.
I'm super excited that Chicago won the Welcoming City Ordinance with no carve-outs. I hope that this win can open up an opportunity for us to focus on different ways in which we can minimize criminalization of Black and brown people.
Nosotros debemos de seguir exigiendo que se rompan todos los lazos y las informaciones que se compartían con la migra y hacer valer nuestros derechos.
Building upon this momentum, I hope to see CPD defunded and for that funding to go to working class and immigrant communities in Chicago. I hope to see more coalition building between Asian American and BIPOC communities.
Because the safety of our families and communities depends on it, we will continue to organize to make sure that Chicago has stronger policies to defend our communities without exceptions.
I hope that this looks like defunding CPD. CPD gets billions of dollars a year to criminalize Black and brown communities in the south and west side of Chicago. We need to defund CPD and invest that money into community care instead.
Estamos muy felices de haber podido lograr esta lucha y que nos hagamos valer todos iguales para poder estar tranquilos con nuestras familias.
We should continue ensuring that citizenship and what it stands for, not just as a piece of paper, that all efforts are done to make sure that we could thrive in our communities, whether that's for housing, for education, for water rights, for environmental safety, for mental health, for making sure students feel safe in their schools, that the police no longer have the ability to oppress our communities. And that's what I think will happen next in Chicago. And that's what I'm excited to see and be a part of.
Together we can create a sanctuary city where we are protected from more than just deportations, but also provide everyone with the resources that they need to survive and thrive. And I look forward to continuing organizing with this amazing coalition to be able to push for more and protect our communities from all dangers.